Hello, passionate Golden State Warriors fans. Welcome to our exclusive news channel for Warriors fans, Golden State Warriors news fans. Before we start, we want to invite you to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any updates about your favorite team. Now, let's get straight to the news. Today we bring exclusive information that could move the NBA scene. The Portland Trail Blazers, unfortunately, failed to qualify for the playoffs this season. The Golden State Warriors had a chance, but ended up not advancing much in the competition. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia 76ers are struggling in their playoff series against the New York Knicks with star player Joel Embiid injured. With the season coming to an end, these three teams are preparing for the next stage. The Blazers need to clear roster space and free up salary cap space for the 2024 NBA draft moves. The Golden State Warriors need to decide how to make one last run with the core of Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Philadelphia will have space in the salary cap and has two stars, Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Now, imagine if these three teams got together for a negotiation that made sense for everyone. It would be a great move, wouldn't it? According to Eric Pincus from Bleacher Report, a proposal for a trade involving these three teams has emerged that could solve problems for everyone involved. Let's get to the details. In the proposal, the Philadelphia 76ers would receive Andrew Wiggins, a support winger who would perhaps adapt better to a new situation. Meanwhile, the Golden State Warriors would welcome Malcolm Brogdon, a major addition to the bench, in addition to center Robert Williams III. The Portland Trail Blazers would get rid of unnecessary contracts and receive center Kevin Looney, the 16th pick in the draft, coming from the 76ers, and two exceptions to the salary cap. This trade would make sense for all teams involved. The 76ers would have room to add Wiggins, who has a 3-year contract at amounts that fit within the team's salary cap. The Warriors, with Thompson struggling to recover and Green not providing offensively, would receive Brogdon, a player who can contribute defensively and behind the three-point line. Additionally, they would have Williams, a younger, more athletic center, to strengthen the roster. And what about the Blazers? This exchange would bring benefits to them too. With several picks in this year's draft, they would not need to make all the selections, and could use some of them in a trade to obtain a more valuable return. Furthermore, the team's payroll would be below the limit, avoiding the payment of extra taxes. For the Philadelphia 76ers, acquiring Andrew Wiggins would be an interesting addition to the roster. With approximately $60 million available under the salary cap, they would have enough room to absorb Wiggins' contract, which is worth $26, $28, and $30 million over the next 3 seasons. While Wiggins isn't a perfect player, a change of environment and team dynamics could help him develop better. Alongside Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid, he would not have the offensive responsibility he had with the Warriors and could focus on being a sporadic threat. It would be a low-utilization addition, similar to Tobias Harris's role on the team. The Golden State Warriors would find Malcolm Brogdon a significant reinforcement for the bench. With Klay Thompson recovering from injury and Draymond Green not providing consistent offensive production, Curry needs a new teammate on the perimeter. Brogdon is a versatile player, capable of contributing defensively and as a long-range shooter. He also has playmaking skills, which would ease some of Curry's burden of responsibility. Additionally, the Warriors would receive Robert Williams III, a young and athletic center, who would bring energy and agility to the paint. This exchange would allow the team to use a formation with Jonathan Kuminga and Williams as a pivot duo, instead of Draymond Green and Kevin Looney. This move would bring more youth and athleticism to the team, which fits better with Stephen Curry's style of play. And how would the trade benefit the Portland Trail Blazers? Although the team already has 4 picks in this year's draft, including 2 that will likely be selected in the lottery, making all those picks doesn't make sense for an already young roster. However, these selections can be used in trades to obtain a more valuable return. Packaging some of these picks with players like Anthony Simons or Jeremy Grant could result in a trade that brings an impact player to the Blazers. Furthermore, the exchange would reduce the team's payroll, preventing it from exceeding the luxury limit imposed by the NBA. With the departure of players like Andrew Wiggins and the possibility of a buyout of Kevin Looney's contract, the team's salary would be around $152 million, below the luxury limit. While this trade isn't an absolute home run, it has benefits for all teams involved. Now we want to hear the fans' opinions. What do you think of this proposal? Leave your comments below, and let's continue the discussion on this exciting topic. One of the main advantages for the Philadelphia 76ers in this trade would be the addition of Andrew Wiggins to the roster. While Wiggins hasn't reached his full potential since entering the league, he is still a talented player who can contribute in scoring and defense. Alongside Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, Wiggins would have less pressure to lead offensively, which could help him better fit in and develop into a more specific role. Additionally, his contract fits within the team's salary cap, allowing the 76ers to make this acquisition without significant financial issues. For the Golden State Warriors, the addition of Malcolm Brogdon would be a significant improvement for the team. Brogdon is a versatile player who can play as a point guard or shooting guard, bringing a solid contribution on both ends of the court. His long-range shooting ability and playmaking ability would be valuable alongside Stephen Curry, especially considering Klay Thompson's absence due to injury. Furthermore, Brogdon is a proven player in the league and would bring experience and leadership to the team. Along with Brogdon, the Warriors would also receive Robert Williams III. Williams is an athletic and agile center known for his ability to protect the rim and grab rebounds. He would be an interesting option to strengthen the Warriors' rotation in the paint, bringing energy and defensive presence. His youth and growth potential would also mesh well with the team's current rebuilding phase. For the Portland Trail Blazers, this trade would provide financial flexibility, which is crucial to a team restructuring. By getting rid of contracts like Andrew Wiggins, they would have more room to maneuver around the salary cap and look for other negotiation opportunities. Furthermore, the addition of additional draft picks would allow them to have more options when selecting young talent or use these picks in trades to obtain players with a greater immediate impact. This flexibility would be valuable for the Blazers, who are in an evaluation phase and looking to improve their squad. It is important to highlight that this exchange is still speculation and there is no official confirmation about the team's interest. However, the proposal presented has its advantages for all parties involved. Keep an eye on upcoming news and analysis to see if any developments will occur regarding this potential deal. In the fifth part of the series on the possible trade between the Portland Trail Blazers, Golden State Warriors, and Philadelphia 76ers, we will address the repercussions and possible challenges of this negotiation. One of the main issues that arise in a trade of this magnitude is the adjustment of players to their new teams. While the trade may seem advantageous in terms of the fit and needs of each team, there is always an element of uncertainty. Players need to adapt to new game systems, teammates, and performance expectations. This may take some time and may not yield immediate results. In the case of the Philadelphia 76ers, the addition of Andrew Wiggins could provide a new dynamic to the team. However, Wiggins is known for his inconsistency and lack of aggression at times. The challenge for Coach Doc Rivers would be to bring out the best in Wiggins and help him become a more consistent player on both ends of the court. Additionally, the team would need to find the best way to integrate Wiggins into the system, balancing his offensive skills with the play of Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. For the Golden State Warriors, the arrival of Malcolm Brogdon would bring some changes to the team's dynamics. Brogdon is a player who needs the ball in his hands to have a significant impact on the match. This could affect the game of Stephen Curry, who is the main driver of the Warriors' attack. Coach Steve Kerr would have to find the best way to use Brogdon without sacrificing Curry's efficiency and production. Additionally, the team would need to adjust its defense to incorporate Brogdon's strengths and weaknesses in order to maximize his potential. For the Portland Trail Blazers, the trade would offer financial flexibility and more draft picks, but it would also bring the challenge of finding the right balance between young talent and experienced players. If they decide to use draft picks on young players, they would need a clear development plan to maximize those players' potential. On the other hand, if they choose to use the picks in negotiations for already established players, they would need to find the right balance between youth and experience in their squad. It is important to remember that this possible exchange is still in the field of speculation and may not materialize. Negotiations involving multiple teams are always complex and may require many discussions and agreements to be concluded. In the sixth part of the series on the possible trade between the Portland Trail Blazers, Golden State Warriors, and Philadelphia 76ers, we will explore the possible long-term impacts of this trade on the respective teams. For the Philadelphia 76ers, acquiring Andrew Wiggins and getting rid of Tobias Harris's contract could bring significant financial benefits. Wiggins has a large contract, but it fits within the team's salary cap. Additionally, his contract expires after the 2022 to 2023 season, which would give the 76ers more financial flexibility to pursue other options on the market or renew key players. Harris's departure, in turn, would lighten the team's payroll, allowing them to better position themselves in the long term. For the Golden State Warriors, the addition of Malcolm Brogdon could be a move to strengthen the roster around their core of Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Brogdon is a solid, versatile player who would fit well into the Warriors' game system. Additionally, his presence could help ease the offensive burden on Curry, especially considering Thompson's recovery time from the injury. The trade could also be seen as an attempt to maximize winning potential while Curry is still in his prime. In the case of the Portland Trail Blazers, the trade would provide financial flexibility and more draft pick options. This flexibility could be crucial for the team, which is in a period of reconstruction and needs to evaluate its options for the future. Additional draft picks can be used to select promising young talent or as bargaining chips in trades for established players. In either case, this would give the Blazers more options to shape their roster according to their long-term vision. However, it is important to remember that any exchange involves risks and uncertainties. Not all deals result in the expected results, and sometimes the fit between players and teams may not be ideal. Furthermore, the NBA scenario is dynamic and teams are always looking for opportunities to negotiate and improve. Keep following the news and analysis to find out if this possible trade will come to fruition or if other negotiations will appear on the NBA scene. And don't forget to subscribe to the Golden State Warriors News Fans channel to receive the latest updates on your favorite team.